I love Nintendo. I really do.
It's the gaming quote of the week
Yeah!
with Mike.
Yep, that's me.
It's kind of weird to think about a world without video games, but I think it would be weird if just Nintendo just never existed. Like, okay, what would video games be like nowadays if the original Nintendo system did not get released? Like, what would happen? I mean, honestly, in my opinion, I think that because of, the big video game crash of 1983, I mean, I think that video games wouldn't exist nowadays if it wasn't for Nintendo bringing them back with the original Nintendo console. And, I mean, nowadays they're not considered the best system and the best company and all this stuff, and people are saying that they should even just become a third-party developer like Sega, but we're not getting into that right now. We're just talking about the fact that if Nintendo never existed, what would happen to the video game industry? And I honestly think that it would be non-existent, completely just non-existent. There wouldn't be any kind of gaming whatsoever in terms of, PlayStation and Xbox. It's crazy to think about, and people are going to be like, okay, well, I think eventually people would kind of start bringing back games, but honestly, it's like, I don't know, I think that Nintendo had such an impact on the industry at the time that it was just like, I just think they saved the entire industry. It's crazy to think about. Maybe just because I'm such a big Nintendo fanboy, I guess I'm kind of biased towards it, but at the same time, it's like, think about it. How good did the original Nintendo sell? You have to think of everything that was involved in like, creating the... You have to think about, like how the original Nintendo and even the Super Nintendo and even the Nintendo 64 had an effect on the entire video game industry. Like, the 8-bit generation with the original Nintendo and original Super Mario and even Super Mario 3, which is still considered one of the best games of all time in the Mario series. It's the golden age of video games, and I really think that it was Nintendo that brought the entire video game industry back from the horrific crash of 1983. And I know it was a while in between that crash and the release of the original Nintendo, but a world without Nintendo would be a world without video games. That's honestly how I feel. And maybe video games would be around, but I really don't think they would be nearly as popular and as mainstream as they are today, being a multi-billion-dollar industry. I really think that it would be, a lot smaller of a fan base in general just with video games. And that's why I love Nintendo, because, I just think that they've been around for so long, and they have just contributed so much to modern gaming. It's crazy, things like Super Mario 64, like bringing the whole world of the original 2D Marios to 3D is unbelievable. Deciding to make a 3D Legend of Zelda with Ocarina of Time is such a big innovation. Taking a 2D Super Metroid and Metroid 2 and bringing it to 3D first-person shooter with Metroid Prime. It's innovations like that that have kept the video game industry going, and that's why I say without Nintendo there would be no modern video games today, and especially not the quality of games that we see today. I'm not saying they did it entirely single-handedly, because Microsoft and Sony have also contributed plenty to the industry. I'm just saying that Nintendo was the big pusher of the entire genre of video games. And this video is way too long, so I'm gonna see you next time.